Alright, Shalom, it's your brother Shamar from Phoenix. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kakadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to you brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity, man. Real quick, I want to get into a lesson about how the Lord is, He's purging us, man. We're going through a purging process, but by the trials and tribulations that we go through, by the things that we go through in this truth, the difficulties, the straight gate that we walk, it's all a purging process for us to be found acceptable to the Lord, man. To clean us of our impurities, to clean us from our defilements, to clean us from our imperfections, man. Because the Most High willing we be those men, we have to be presented as a perfect bride into the Lord, the Lord being the husbandman, man. So we have to go through this purging process. With that, I want to get started. John 15:1. It says, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch that beareth not fruit, He taketh away, and that like every branch that in me that beareth not fruit, He taketh away." So, man, basically, what that scripture is saying, that you have to be increasing in this truth, man. You have to bear fruit. You have to produce works. So what does the scripture say, man? That faith without works is dead. So we have to produce works, man. We have to strive to grow. So if you're a branch that's not growing, you're a branch that's not bearing fruit, that's not producing works, then what does the scripture say, man? Every branch in me that bears not fruit, He taketh away. And every branch that bears fruit, He purges it, man. So, in doing this work, man, we're going to get purged. We're going to get purged doing this work, man. We're going to go through the trials and tribulations and afflictions. We're going to go through reproofs and rebukes and exhortations, man. This is all a purging process, man. Yeah, you gotta go through these things. I'm reading this again. Every branch in me that bears not fruit, He taketh away, and every branch that bears fruit, He purges it, that it may bring forth more fruit, man. So it's all about, increasing your works, increasing your diligence, increasing your faith, going to that other level in this truth, because there are levels in this truth, man. And you gotta be always looking to increase to that other level, man. The Lord's gonna give you that increase, and the only way He's gonna do it is by what? Is by you being purged and by you producing works. And our works are what, man? The things we do on the highways and hedges, the videos that we make, saying being the acts of brotherhood that we have towards one another, man. These are our works, man. These are the things that we're called to do in this truth. And with that, I'm going to get Hebrews 12 and 11. This is Hebrews 12 and 11. And it says, "Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous." So that chastening, that correction, that trial, that purging that we're going through, it's nothing nice to go through, man. And everybody can testify to that. But we go through it. We bear our cross because that's required of us. We bear our cross. We endure hardness as a good soldier, man. We are called to be soldiers. A soldier, when he signs up for the army, whatever you want to call it, he signs up knowing that he's signing up for the battle, pretty much, man. Knowing that there's a great possibility that he might have to give his life for a fellow soldier for the mission. So a soldier, he signs up for a hard life, man. And then the same thing in this truth, when you came into this truth, you were basically signing up for a hard life, man. Uh, I remember long time ago, I used to be in Esau's military, and there's one sergeant. He always used to say, "Hard men lead hard lives, man," and that's basically true, because this truth does make you hard, man. When you sign up for this, when you sign up, when you are called to do this work, when you cross that line, you are signing up for a difficult life, man. I'm gonna read that again. "I know chastening for the present seems to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness, them which shall exercise their fight." So it's all about, fruit, man. It's all about yielding fruit. Going back to John 15 and 2, man. You know, he purges you so that you may bring forth more fruit, so you may bring forth more works, that you may increase, your fruits of the spirit, which are what, man? Patience, brotherhood, brotherly love, faith. Increase your faith, increase your diligence, increase your fire for this word, increase your levels in this truth, man. So it's all about, doing, having fruit, growing. It's all about growing, man. And what does the scripture say in John 15, man? It says that the branch that doesn't grow or doesn't bring forth fruit, it gets casted off, man. So, the Lord's all about increase, man. The Lord's all about profit. Going back to the parable of the talents. The master of the house came back and he demanded increase for the talents, the money that he gave to the men. One he gave 5 talents, one he gave that man increased it to 10 talents. And so on and so forth. And that one man that hid his talent, that buried it, that didn't exchange it in the money exchangers, that didn't give the Lord an increase, that didn't increase but stayed in that one level, what did the Lord do? He cast him off, man. So the Lord demands increase, man. Hey, that's what a business is all about. Hey, what is saying in the scriptures, man? Yahweh Shai said I had to be about my father's business. And what do you do in a business, man? A business for what? Why do you get into business? To profit, to increase profit, to make profit. You invest in a business to double and triple, quadruple your money. And we're doing our father's business. So the Lord demands that, the Lord's going to demand that he gets his increase. I'm going to go to verse 12. It says, wherefore lift up the hands which hang down in the feeble knees, man. So we can't be in that low self-esteem spirit, man. We can't be in that woe is me spirit. We have to be bold in doing this work, man. Not bold in a proud way, but bold like we have to be soldiers, man. We have to be soldiers. We have to be men willing to stand up for this truth, willing to be defenders of the gospel, willing to endure hardness as a good soldier, Meshach Yahweh Shai, man. To stand in great boldness, Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down in the feeble knees and make straight path for your feet. So you gotta make a straight path for your feet. You gotta decide that this is what you're gonna be about. You're gonna walk this walk. You're gonna do the things required of you. You're gonna give this, all of your diligence. All of your heart, soul, and mind. That's how you love the Lord, by doing his will, by doing his business. And make straight path for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out the way, but let it rather be healed. For follow peace with all men, and holiness without which no man see the Lord. So that's going into the brotherhood, brotherly love, man. Peace with all men and holiness, man. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of Yahweh, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby me defile. So we can't have that bitter spirit, man. That's gonna defile you. That's gonna spoil the plant, so to speak, man. Spoil the branch. We gotta be about increasing in this thing, man. Instead, I want to get I'll go back to John 15 too. It's John 15 and 2, and it says every branch in me that bears not fruit, he takes away, and every branch that bears fruit, he purges it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Now you are clean through the words which I have spoken unto you. So that's how we are made clean. That's one of the ways we are purged from our old man, or from, that's where we are impurities. The things that are holding us back. We are cleansed through the word, like it says in Psalm 119 and 9. I'm going to get that real quick. This is Psalm 119 and 9, and it says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to the word. So that's one of the ways you can purge yourself, man, by clinging to this word. And the word of what? Yahweh Shai, man. That's how, and taking heed according to thy word. That's how we get purged. That's how we get cleansed. The word being Yahweh Shai, man. Because the scripture said that he is the word. And going back to John 15 and 2, it says, abide in me. Salakia 4 or 3. Now you are clean to the words I have spoken. And what does the scripture be just read? Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse away, by taking heed unto that word. So by taking heed to Yahweh Shai, by being about this word, abide in me and I in you. So that word, we have to abide in the word, and the word has to abide in us. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself except it abide in the vine, no more can you expect ye abide in me. So we have to stay in this word, man. We have to abide in the vine, the true vine, you know. And what does Yahweh Shai say? He is the true vine, so we have to abide in that vine. We have to abide in the word, you know. No more can ye except ye abide in me. So we have to abide in this word. A branch cannot bear fruit of itself, so we can't. So you have to constantly stay in this word so you can bear more fruit. You know, a fruit, well, to increase your works, to increase your faith, to increase your diligence, you know, to increase to increase our Father's business, you know, to increase your brotherly love, all the fruits of the Spirit, you know, the works that we do. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. Without me, ye can do nothing. You know, so we are the branches, man. And what does a branch do? It has to grow. So you have to constantly be looking to grow in this thing, man. You can't be, you know, a branch. What is it? It grows and it bears fruit. So that's what. So the Lord likened us to branches, and branches have to grow. They have to bear fruit. We have to do work. We have to increase. You know, we have to increase in this truth. We can't be staying stagnant, complacent. You know, like the apostle Tahar would say, hands in the pocket. You know, just showing up. You know, you have to be willing to learn, to grow. You know, sometimes that comes through correction, that sometimes comes to rebuke, sometimes comes to exhortation, that sometimes it comes to going through hell, going through trial. That's all, like I said, that's all the purging process, man. You know, what does the scripture say? Every branch that bears fruit, he purges it. You know, so purging, being purged is a big part of this truth. You know, and that's just the way it is. You know, with that, I want to get, did I get, I forgot if I got it or not. Hebrews 12 and 11. I think I got it, but I'll get it again if I didn't. It said, now no chasing for the present. Yeah, I got it already. So, you know, going back, I'm going to read it again. Now no chasing for the present seems to be joy, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yield is the peaceable fruit of righteousness. Going back to that fruit, man. So, you know, so going back to that, being that branch that bears fruit, that growing, man. You know, wherefore lift of the hand would hang down the feeble knees. So we can't be a lame, limp branch. You have to be a strong, bold branch, a strong branch, a strong, vital branch. You know, with that, I'm going to get Job 17 and 9. Just a quick lesson. This is Job 17 and 9, and it says, the righteous also shall hold on his way. He that hath clean hands shall be stronger and stronger. So, you know, he that is purged, you know, and that's why we go onto the highways and byways, man, to clean our hands of the blood. Going back to Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. You know, when we read that again, the righteous also hold on his way. He that has clean hands shall be stronger and stronger. You know, so what? Increasing, you're gonna increase. You're gonna go stronger. And I'm gonna get that in Ezekiel, because that's how we get clean. That's one of the ways we go through. You know, we get purged. That's one of the ways we go into this process of getting rid of our imperfections. You know, by doing this work. It says, Son of man, I've made thee watchman of Israel, therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou surely shalt die, and gives him the warning, speaketh to warn the wicked from the wicked, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in iniquity, but blood I require from thy hand. But yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not away from his wickedness, nor from the wicked way, he shall die in iniquity, but thou deliver thy soul. So we're doing, basically, when we do this work, we clean the blood off our hands. We get those clean hands, like it says back in Job 17 and 9. You know, he that has the righteous shall hold on his way. So the righteous, they're gonna cleave to this thing, man. They're gonna hold fast to this thing. And he that has clean hands shall be stronger and stronger. And you know, one of the ways you clean yourself is what, through the word. Like we going back to Psalm 119 and 9, and by doing this work, going to the highways and byways, man. You know, washing that blood off our hands for, you know, warning the people. You know, so like I always say, man, these scriptures is written for the men doing this work. Basically, the Holy Bible is only written for the men doing this work, for them, for they to use, for their comfort. It's not written for the majority of people on earth. It's only this word is only for a small remnant of men upon the planet Earth. because only a small remnant of men have a true understanding of this word. And when you really think about it, that's a very precious gift, man. A very precious gift of faith. So much diligence and much honor must be given unto doing this work, man. With that, I'm gonna get Psalms 65:3. This is Psalms 65:3, and it says, "Iniquities prevail against me, as for a transgression, thou shalt purge them away." So our transgressions are purged by the Lord. That's why it says we go into that purging process, that furnace of adversity, like it says in Apocrypha, man. What acceptable men are tried in the furnace, as gold is tried in the fire, acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity, roughly paraphrasing. So that purging process that we're going through, it's important, man. And you gotta, when you're going through it, like Scripture says, it's grievous, but it's for us to bring forth fruit. It's for us to increase the Lord's money. To learn the way we have to act in this thing, to learn how to be men, to learn how to be soldiers. And when you go to Esau's military, he puts you through the boot camp and he puts you through hell, so to speak. Why? To give you the right mentality, to give you a tougher, stronger spirit, a tougher, stronger mentality, for you to do the things that you got to do. And that's what the Lord does, man. He puts you through his boot camp, so to speak, his furnace of adversity, man. With that, I want to get Proverbs 16:6, I think it is. Proverbs 16:6, and it says, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged by mercy. The Lord's mercy, man. The Lord, calling us out of darkness of this world. Taking us out of the dunghill, which is the shit of this world, the wickedness of this world. And truth, by this word, iniquity is purged. And by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. So that's so the Lord's always going to put his men through a purging process, man. With that, I want to get 1 Corinthians 5:7. And it says, "Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Yahushua Passover sacrificed for us. For we got to purge out that old man. We got to purge out the things that hold us back from doing this work, from being a reasonable sacrifice. We got to purge those things in our life that are in our way, that are stumbling blocks. We got to go through that purging process. We got to cleanse. We got to purify. And we do it through what? Through this word, man. With that, I'll get 2 Timothy's. I think it's the second chapter. And it says, let me see if I can find it. It says, "If any man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work." So, that's the same, but we're going to, in John the 15th chapter, he purges that it may bring, he purges the branch that it may bring forth more fruit. And it says right here, "If a man purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel honor, sanctified, meet for the master's use, prepared unto every good work." So fruit, to increase our works, So that's one of the reasons why the Lord purges man, to increase our fruit, to increase our works, to increase our faith, to increase our knowledge, wisdom, understanding. That's what the purging process is all about. Because most high willing we be the elect men, the Lord has to raise those men and instruct those men and purge those men to be perfect kings of the earth, man. Because the Lord's going to say, as elect men, he's going to put crowns on their head, like the scripture says. So those men have to be quality men tried in the furnace of adversity. And was that, man, that was just a quick lesson. Most high willing, it was edifying. Brothers, you're going through this purging process. All of us are going through this purging process. All of us should be looking forward, looking to increase, in the faith, to increase in this truth, to increase in this brotherhood. And like the scripture says, man, if you're not that mentality that you want to increase, that you want to bring forth much fruit, that that you're not growing. It is like the scripture said, man. The Lord's going to cut that branch off. And that's a scary thing, man. You know, that's something to meditate upon, man. And that's why it should motivate us, to be more serious about this work, and to be really about it, man. Because the times are coming where we're gonna need, we're gonna need to be on that other level, man. So you can't be staying on the same level forever, man. Uh, but like I said, man, most High willing hope that was edifying. And with that, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Shalom.